What's poppin' and welcome back to a brand new video. Today is a Sunday in the middle of June and we have some blog work to do. Right now my apartment is a little bit of a mess because I'm looking after two animals. And they are roaming around making a mess of things here. Let's get to work. Before, let's get some coffee, and now it's June so we're gonna make iced coffee. Wow. So, I know what you're thinking. Dude, it's 2022, no one reads blogs anymore. And I guess you're kinda right to some degree. However, we're not really doing this to get a reading audience. We're doing this for one purpose and one purpose only. SEO. Having a blog means that you can pack your webpage with a lot of different instances of very specific keywords, and you can also backlink and all of those good things which are positive for your SEO. So the primary reason for having a blog actually, and probably why most companies have it, is not necessarily for people to read it and for them to engage with their audience. Of course that's part of the reason as well. But the main reason is typically SEO, because for example, if you have a lot of blog articles with different topics that people search for example, what's the best kid story, or where did these Disney stories come from, where they originate from, for example. If you then have a blog post about that, people may click that blog post, and then if they're in the market for your app, which maybe they are if they're searching for those kinds of keywords, they will end up on your webpage and maybe convert down the line. So what you're trying to do essentially is get as many people as possible into the beginning of your funnel, so you can funnel them through your whole, acquisition stages, and then end up in your app and purchase your product. So that's kind of what we're going to be doing. So what kind of content are we going to put in the blog then? We're going to have all kinds. We're going to have all kinds of content which is relevant for the audience that we're aiming for, and all kinds of content which may be relevant for what people are searching for. So for example, if someone Googles, how do you make a good kid story? Or what are some of the best classic kid stories? Or things like that. Then they will end up on our blog, and then they can end up on our app later on and purchase our product. So the mission of today is actually to write a couple of blog posts that we can later put out. I'm not going to sure if we're going to put them out all at the same time or if we're going to schedule it. I'm not sure if there's any benefits with waiting or if we might as well put them all out at the same time. But we're going to do that. We're going to write a couple, and then we're also going to edit the web page so we get a whole structure for how we can post these blog posts and people can find them on the site. So with that being said, let's get to it.
So I got started by, as you saw, banging out a couple of blog posts. I've always had quite an easy time writing stuff. I'm not really sure why, but I think it's just like fake it till you make it. You just write something that turns out to be pretty good, or maybe not so good in some instances. But in school, I always had quite an easy time writing essays and those kinds of things. I remember English was my first language, but I still always got really high grades in English in particular, and especially in the literature, creative writing. I'm not saying that I'm very good at writing, but I think I've practiced it quite a lot since I've been to university. I've written 2 books, and I've also done all of these kinds of random things where I've written blogs, etc. So I've gotten quite a bit of practice. I'm not great at it, but it comes quite easy to me to actually write content, which is really good. So after I had done all of this stuff and written some of these articles, I think I got 5 to begin with at the start. I started setting up the website. And basically setting up the website, I just have to create on the WordPress page, I have to create a little section that's called blog, and then I have to display those kind of blog posts there so that you can go in there and you can read them on the webpage. In the beginning, it was quite difficult. I couldn't really figure out how to do this on WordPress since I haven't really made a blog on WordPress before. I've made quite a lot of sites for other companies, but they haven't really had any blogs. So I was struggling a bit to make this look good, and right now it still doesn't look very good. Maybe I'm gonna do this again in the future. However, though, I had to remind myself that I'm not really doing this for this to look good. I'm doing this for keyword traction so that I can add keywords to the blog and so that people can find my blog via keywords. Okay, of course it will be good if they read the stuff, but doesn't really have to look good. It's more of keeping all the content in one page. So I managed to do that, set all of that up, and then actually started scheduling all of the different blog posts. So now I have blog posts for 5 weeks. I'm going to put 1 out per week, just because some people said it was better to kind of schedule it and not put it all at the same time. I thought maybe I can just put it all at the same time, since that's just going to be stuff on the website anyway. However, people said that will actually be better for Google to index your site if you put it out continuously, so that Google sees that there's continuous activity on your blog, and therefore they will rank your page higher. Apparently, that's what someone said on some online forum. I'm not sure how much I can trust it, but I don't know any better myself, so I'm just gonna take their word for it. But with that said, we ended up banging out for about 5 blog posts. We set up the whole blog structure on the page, which I'm quite happy about, and it turned out to look pretty good. Could be better, could be worse. I'm definitely gonna make some aesthetic changes in the future, but now we have a solid foundation, and we're a blogger all of a sudden, which is really good.
Okay, that is gonna be that for that video. We've made some blog content, we've scheduled a lot of it on the website, so it's gonna be popping up for the next couple of weeks. So when these videos come out, they're already gonna be up, so go check them out on the website. They're gonna be linked down below, some of them, so go check it out, leave a comment, do whatever, share it to whoever you think it may be relevant for. Without further ado, yeah, that was quite a quick video for today. And blog is like, it's not that much to do, and it's not that interesting to show all this stuff. Or it's not like coding a whole app, for example, so it's not as much intricate detail going into the blog. But if you enjoyed this series and you want to see how this turns out, how it goes, then please subscribe down below, hit that notification bell so you're notified when these videos come up, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.